Okay, so let me just set up. All right, hi everybody, welcome. So this is the first time I'm going live in like forever. Thank you for coming. So I'll just give people a minute or so to kind of join us with the live, and we'll take it from there. So we'll see kind of where tonight will take us, what will happen, and whatnot. So let's see. Let's see what will we have in store, essentially. Let's see what will happen. I've been called to do this, so we'll see why that is or how this makes sense. We'll find out very soon. My counsel wanted me to come live, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just follow what I've been advised to do, essentially. So we'll see intuitively. If you guys want to put your questions in the chat, feel free. You guys can put your questions down below that you want answered as well. So I don't like this angle. Let me see if I can. All right, so let me just get out my deck and start shuffling and see. I might just start by doing, let's say, a live reading or just kind of like intuitive messages that want to come out, as all readings are timeless, right? So you might stumble across this at a later date, and then this might make sense to your specific situation in terms of whatever you might be going through. So I just saw the Ace of Swords reverse. So there's some sort of truth I feel that you're meant to speak, or something that you're meant to say that you might be holding off on, or you're not really sure in terms of what to do, is the message that I'm actually picking up on intuitively. So you guys can put your messages in the chat. So put your questions in the chat in terms of what you would like me to answer, and I'll do my best to funnel the message intuitively for you. So whatever you guys want to know on your journey at this time, feel free to put them in the chat, and I will answer them the best that I can. So we'll see. It's been a long time since I actually have gone live because I've been just busy with life. Things have happened. So I've been super caught up, super busy. Hi, Empress. How's it going? I don't know if you guys can actually hear me. Let me see if I can turn up the mic. So if you can hear me, just type in the chat that you can actually hear what I'm saying. Because when you go live, sometimes you can't really hear, but you just intuit. Okay, so love reading, please. Okay, so what would you like me to answer? Do you have a specific question in mind that you want me to answer, Empress? If so, put it down below and I will do my best to channel the message intuitively for you. Okay, that's great. At least you can hear me. Thanks for answering that. So let's see. Okay, so love message. I'll just wait for Empress or whoever wants to put their message in the chats. So, how does Carlos feel towards me? So, for some reason, I'm picking up on intuitively for you, Empress, that there's some sort of lack of closure. I don't know if it's a situation where maybe perhaps you guys are in like a separation or something may have happened recently. I'm also picking up on intuitively that there's some sort of insecurity that you're feeling. So let's dive in and see why I felt that for you intuitively. So Empress, Spirit, can you tell me how Carlos feels towards her? So we actually have the Ace of Swords come out. This time it's upright. We also have the Devil in reverse. Let's see what else wants to come out. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let me just pull an extra card to clarify that. Yeah, so I think you and Carlos are actually in some sort of separation, is what I'm feeling for you intuitively, Empress. So I don't know if it's a situation where you guys are in like a no contact. So I'm hearing twin flames. So I don't know if this is some sort of divine counterpart that we're channeling or tapping into at this time. So what I'm feeling is that you're hoping to gain some sort of clarity from them, but it's like holding you back from closing out a situation that might not necessarily be for your highest good. So this feels like an energy of waiting for your person to make a choice or to basically tell you how they feel in a situation, but it's preventing you from moving on. So it feels like you're trying to release it or you want to release it, but it's difficult to, right? And so with the Ace of Pentacles reverse, it feels like they're not ready to commit or give you some sort of solid offer in terms of what you're actually looking for. So with that being said, it's like I feel like you're really sad, you're depressed, you're down about this situation because I feel that, you know, you want to be able to have a new beginning with Carlos, right? But Carlos doesn't seem like Carlos is ready. I'm actually hearing that in terms of your book of life or Carlos's book of life at this point in time, you guys are actually meant to go on like a separate quest. I think that spirit actually might be bringing you a soulmate or might be bringing you in the direction of finding some sort of divine counterpart with someone else. So it's like maybe later on in life, you guys will kind of come back together. But it feels like right now it's an energy of needing to move forward and releasing the contract so that you're able to manifest your purpose, is what I'm actually hearing. So it's like you kind of stalling yourself or stalling your progress in the situation is preventing you from moving on in terms of creating what you're meant to manifest at this point in time. So it's like, I feel that Carlos right now is not really so much focused on the connection. He's more focused on himself, right? Because what happens in twin flame dynamics is that we, the divine feminine, right? I believe you're the divine feminine watching this. Even if you are masculine in body or whatnot, but I feel that you're feminine in body. I'm just feeling that intuitively. Um, it feels like a situation where you have to recognize that you're meant to work on the 3D stuff. So there's something actually in your Akashic records that you're meant to read to kind of help you understand at this time what you're meant to be working on. But that is going to help you with getting some sort of closure or some sort of realization of an epiphany. And that's also probably why we had the Ace of Swords as well. It's meant to give you some sort of epiphany or wake up call. I'm also hearing as well from my spirit council so that you're able to move on from the situation, because I feel like you're very much depressed because we have the sun here reversed, which is, you know, supposed to be that one of the happiest cards in the entire tarot deck, but it came out reversed. So that speaks to feeling depressed, feeling sad, feeling, you know, this energy of darkness, right? Feeling that sense of non-completion. So you got to move on from the situation. Um, I know that's harsh to say, but I myself am a twin flame. Um, and specifically, actually, I manifested a soulmate, and actually, I have a 7 month old. So I'm speaking from experience. I know that it's difficult to release your person, but you have to if you want to be able to manifest something, maybe potentially with them down the road. But it feels like other things have to be done. We have here the Knight of Swords reversed. So again, there's something maybe also impulsive, like maybe you've been feeling as well intuitively that maybe pulling on your energy, or you're feeling like you want them to reach out or you want to have some sort of communication. But I feel like now is just not the right time for that. There might be a better timing, but I feel that right now is not the time. So let me pull a card in terms of when might be actually be a better time to connect with your person. But right now they're busy working on other things in the 3D because you're meant to be grounding or clearing things in the 5D for your connection, is the message I'm actually getting for you, Empress. Okay, so when might be a better time for Empress to possibly reach out or them to reach out? So we have a Saturday, we also have a Tuesday, we have the 7th, so maybe a 7th of the month might be more ideal, but it feels like maybe even in your situation, July might resonate. And we have once attachments are released as well. So there's some sort of negative attachments that you also need to work on letting go as well. I told you there's something in the Akasha that's waiting for you to be cleared. And I also see kind of popping through is March. So maybe March might be a better time where you finally have worked on releasing some negative soul contracts that have been holding you back, and then you'll be in a better time frame to be able to reach out to your person, or maybe have some sort of conversation with them, or they'll reach out to you, right? Because in usually in the dynamic, I feel when we finally learn how to let go of the chasing energy and we just focus on being in the here and now, this also helps with grounding the energy so that your person will feel that change or shift in your energy, and then they'll feel intuitively called as well to reach out to you. So it's feeling like a situation where you need to be patient and wait for them to reach out to you rather than you wanting to reach out to them, is also what I'm feeling as well. So hope that gives you clarity or helps you with your situation, Empress. If it resonates, don't forget to like so other people can find this and maybe help them with their specific situation too. But that's the message I have for you, Empress. All right. So if anyone else has any other questions, you guys can feel free to put that in the chat. No worries, Empress. Hope that helped give you some sort of clarity with your specific situation. If you want more of an in-depth read, I do offer them, but you would have to reach out to me via email. It's angiesawakening1111@gmail.com. If you want to schedule something more in depth where I can tell you specifically in the Akasha where you may need to work on closing out some sort of contract or cycle. So if anyone else has any other questions, you guys can feel free as well to put them in the chat, and no worries. I'm glad that it helped give you clarity. So just put my email address, because right now I'm actually on maternity leave. So I'm not, oh, I forgot the Angie's Awakening 1111 at gmail.com. That's if you would like to book a personal read, or if you want to find out how much my reads actually cost. So for those of you guys who are joining, welcome. If you have any specific questions that you would like in regards to your specific situation, you guys can feel free to put them in the chat, and I will do my best to channel them intuitively for you, collective. And no worries, Empress. I'm glad that it resonated with your specific situation. So if anyone else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll do my best to channel the message from Spirit, my counsel, and also my higher self, to give you clarity in regards to your specific situation. So guys, what's up? Like I feel like this is one of those ones where it's like super late, so everyone is kind of like got to sleep. But it was the only time that I had to actually come and do a live. I probably will start doing more nighttime lives because I actually have a baby now, so it's a little bit more challenging for me to actually do these lives on a consistent basis or post on a consistent basis. Hey, what's up, Queen? So if you have any questions that you want me to answer, you can put them in the chat. Feel free, and I will do my best to channel the message intuitively for you. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like Queen may have some sort of career message or career um, answer to as well or question. I don't know, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay, so let me see. So it says, how does R feel about me? He's a crush. Okay. I don't know. Did you meet R at work perhaps, or did you like encounter this person through like a mutual person at work or something along those lines? I don't know why, but I'm feeling that intuitively actually for you. So let me pull some questions at his work. See, I told you, I knew it. You can't fool the high priestess, man. I know everything, or I know a lot. All right, so let me see. I go to his work. Yeah, I told you, there's something about work in that situation. So let's see what Spirit wants to tell us about that. How does R feel about Queen Bee? There's some sort of avoidance I'm feeling intuitively as well. So there's something that you're avoiding, or they might be avoiding. But I think you feel very happy around this person. And so you're hoping that something will take off. But it's either one or both of you guys may have come from a situation where you might have had a relationship in the past that you're still working on either closing out or completing. Could even be a divorce. I don't know why, but that's also what I'm feeling too. I think it actually might be, it could be you or it could be him. One of you guys is going through some sort of divorce or like a breakup from someone else, and then you kind of just met this person and it's kind of helping you, I guess, overcome that obstacle or whatnot. So I think, yeah, okay, so that makes sense. He's divorced. Yeah, I knew it. We have the Nine of Wands reverse, fortitude. We also have here the Page of Wands reverse. We have the Queen of Swords, and we also have the Empress. Okay, so they want me to pull one more for the Dancer. So we have Virtue. So let me just pick up on the message I'm feeling. What I'm feeling from this is that I think your person for a long time may have been closed off to love or relationships. And it was kind of because of some sort of heart chakra blockage that they had because of the past pain or heartbreak that they experienced from previous relationships. So we're tapping into someone because tarot again is like a story. So we're tapping into someone who might have been hurt a lot or went through a lot of trauma in their previous relationship. And so when they met you, it gives an energy of them not looking for something too deep or not even wanting a relationship. It's giving an energy of being very closed off to the idea of love or relationship and partnership is the message I'm feeling right then and there. So then when you kind of, I feel like, came on the scene with the Page of Wands reverse, I feel like this kind of gave this person some sort of change of perspective or change of opinion of this. So I feel for a long time, they may have kind of been like, I'm not sure. Should I get back out there? What should I do? Should I date? Should I see other people? What should I do? They might have even maybe perhaps just been looking for like hookups, is the energy that I'm feeling as well from that. So it's like they didn't want anything too deep. They mainly wanted just to kind of look for like a hookup or some sort of, easy pastime type of connection. I know that might be triggering as well for you to hear, but this is literally the intentions of this person that we're tapping into. So with the Three of Swords, or the three, okay, so the Three of Swords speaks to heartbreak, recovering from that, moving on and whatnot. But the Three of Wands specifically with this, I feel like they were kind of thinking about how they could, explore their options. So you could be an air sign with the Queen of Swords here, but I feel that with you, I do see that this person does value your open approach. Like I feel like you're someone who might be more upfront or direct with like how you communicate or how you convey yourself, which they do appreciate that about you, with the Queen of Swords. But I also feel as well that sometimes I feel for them it could be something that's difficult because they may need like to go and actually like deal with a lot of their trauma still. But I feel that you're helping them work through that with you just being more supportive and understanding. So they value you being there to kind of like support them and help them on their journey, is what this person really values about you, is what I see here. I feel that you're also very down to earth, and I feel that you're also very optimistic. They like your optimism, and they like the fact that you're very open minded, is what I'm feeling from this as well. So with the Empress reverse, let me pull another card before I talk. Okay, maybe another one. There's some sort of imbalance. So maybe you asked this person specifically for more in the relationship or the connection, and maybe they just weren't willing to provide that to you at that specific time. They could also be dealing with some baby mama drama, is also the energy I'm picking up on too, where there could have been kids involved, or there's some sort of hearing alimony, so some sort of like debt that they have to pay to a previous ex or relationship for a child, or some sort of situationship that they had there, right? I think, this is someone who was divorced, so it's like their mind right now isn't necessarily, I feel, on the connection. They have a lot going on, but I feel with you, they do value the time that you guys spend, your open-mindedness, how you approach them, how you treat them. I think this person does value that, but it's like they're still hung up on their ex, is the energy that I'm feeling from this. So it's like they can't properly commit here because they're still dealing with what may have happened in the past. So I don't know if that makes sense. Like maybe you want more from this person, but they just appear to be very cold or very cut off, or very, not really wanting to invest too much here. And so you're kind of like wondering, I keep investing in this situation, but I just feel like it's not getting me the results I'm looking for. But I feel for this, it's more of an energy of needing to kind of focus on some sort of creative project, or focus on something else rather than focusing so heavily on the connection specifically, is what I'm feeling from this. So it's like maybe there's some sort of energy of like an insecurity that you're also meant to overcome from this connection, right? Because people in our zone of awareness are actually mirroring to us the parts of ourselves that we still need to heal, right? We still need to work through, we still need to process, right? So I feel like you have to just focus on yourself. So focus on a goal, something that you value, a creative project. This could be something like, let's say, pottery. I don't know why, but this came to mind. Maybe you have an interest in pottery, or you like something along those lines, or like some sort of craft. That's where I feel that right now you should be focusing on, and not so much the connection, because I feel like mentally it's kind of like preventing the energy from flowing, because you're just kind of spending a lot of time just penetrating the situation, and kind of like worried about, is things going to change, is he going to open up. Also hearing too as well, I don't want to put all your business out there as well too, but if you've considered having sexual relations specifically with others or with this person, it might not necessarily be the right approach, because I feel like it might not get you the results that you're looking for, is the message that I'm feeling also. But I don't want to put all your business out. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can feel free to email me and we can discuss my prices and I can take it from there. But it feels like, again, this situation doesn't feel like it's going to ground the way that it's meant to, I feel that this is some sort of karmic soulmate for you, but you're meant to learn a lot about yourself in this situation. That's what I'm feeling from this reading, specifically for you. This person is confused, girl. He's confused. And so, because he's confused, he's making you feel confused too. Like his energy feels very like all over the place, and he's not really sure in terms of like what he wants in the situation. But it's not for you to wait for him to make a choice. You have to be the one to make your own decision, and that is to choose yourself. So hope that provided you clarity. If it resonates, you can feel free to like the video as a form of energy exchange. Um, as this will help with other people who might be looking for content that can, get a free reading right now and kind of help them gain the clarity they need or the enlightenment they need to move on from their, or to, work through their situation. So no worries. No worries. I'm glad that it resonated with your specific situation. If you want more an in-depth reading, you can feel free as well to email me. The choice is yours, but the email is there. So if anyone else has any other questions they would like me to answer, I'll probably be online for maybe another 20 minutes or so, and then I'll probably be going to bed because I'm tired. No worries, Queen Bee. I'm glad that it helped with your specific situation. Hopefully that gave you some sort of clarity. You got to work on some sort of creative project and focus your energy that you're spending on this situation on that, so that you can, free yourself, free your mind, be able to work on creating a new beginning for yourself. It feels like you need a new beginning, a change. All right, so if anyone else has any other questions, they can feel free to put them in the chat. Okay, so I'm hearing a divine timing message. So somebody is going to ask me about a divine timing situation. I don't know who, but that's probably incoming. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'll be live for another 20 minutes or so, and then your girl is going to sleep. So if you have any other questions that you would like answered, you guys can feel free to put them in the chat, and I will do my best to channel the message intuitively for you to give you clarity in regards to your specific situation. Okay, so if you have any specific questions that you would like answered, feel free to put them in the chat. I will do my best to channel the message for you from Spirit. If you have any questions that you would like answered, you guys can feel free to put them in the chat. If you also feel called, you guys can donate to Angie's Awakening. I'll put my PayPal information actually in the chat too as well. All right, so if you have any questions you would like answered, you can feel free to put them in the chat. It can be anything that you want me to answer to help you gain clarity in regards to your situation at this time. You can feel free to put your question in the chat and I'll do my best to have it answered. I think this is something actually new that I'm going to be starting to implement a little bit more as time goes on, where I'll just do these random pop-up live reads for folks who have questions and want clarity in regards to their situation. So something random I've been called to provide for the collective, as I'm not really posting videos that often, like I'm posting very sporadically. Like I haven't done any pick a card reads in like a very long time. I might actually do, maybe I'll do like a mini pick a card reading actually in the meantime and see kind of where that goes for the folks that want to see this at a later date, instead of it just being kind of like you know, waiting to see the message. So that's pile number one. We'll do two pick a card, pile number one, and then I haven't used this deck in a minute, so let's do pile number two. So let's see what messages want to come out. So if you chose deck number one, which is Moonology, the messages Oracle, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what messages want to come out for you in regards to your specific situation. Okay, so there's something here about a truth that needs to be released. I'm also seeing here as a progression. So it's like something is coming to the surface for you, pile number one, that you need to kind of like work through. You might need to process that. You might need some time just to be still and kind of think about what you want in this specific situation. So let's see what messages comes out. Spirit guides, higher self, angels, speak to me about the energy of pile number one. For the viewers in pile number one, speak please about the energy. So we have two cards. We have here Moon Circle, support. We also have Moon Healing, seek energy or seek healing. So there's something here about you needing to reach out for some sort of support. I don't know why, but I'm feeling intuitively for you, pile number one, that there is some sort of support that you need or require at this time, but you're refusing to kind of ask. It seems like your counsel is pointing helpful people in your direction to assist you or aid you at this time. This could even be in regards to love or even just your life in general. Could even be career, is also the messaging that I'm feeling. But it feels like maybe you're not feeling as supported, but just know that support is actually here, helping you at this time or guiding you through challenging obstacles that you might face. There's also an energy here of needing to heal. So this is an energy of needing to rest, take time to retreat, to also think about your next move. I feel that maybe the cycle that you've been in, maybe you could be feeling a little bit burned out or more stressed out than usual. And so your counsel is pointing you in the direction of taking time for yourself to rest, to think about, what's in your best interest rather than putting everyone else's needs before your own. Because I feel that the energy that we're tapping into here is a collective of people that actually really um, spend a lot of time focusing on other people, or maybe they think a lot about what other people think rather than actually recognizing that they are important or that they matter, is the energy that I'm also feeling from this. I also feel as well that you may be called to take a vacation, take some sort of rest, or try something new in terms of advancing your rest or retreat that you typically would do, is also the energy that I'm feeling from this too as well. So let's pull another card and see what else they want to talk about. It's too many spirits. Let's see. So the moon's reflection, act responsibly. So I feel that you're also being mirrored or being shown a lot of people that are showing the same kind of energy that you're exuding. So if it is that you're in a cycle where you're like overwhelmed and stressed out and burned out, I feel like Spirit is showing you that through the people that you're encountering or through experiences that you've now taken on as a result of this. So I feel that these people are mirroring or showing you that you actually need more time for yourself so that you're able to focus on the things that are most important. I also feel that if you are actually in some sort of divine connection, your person is also mirroring this energy too as well. Right. So they might be in a cycle where they're overextending, they're overgiving. And so they're now at a point where they need to retreat as well in order to recharge and think about also to their next move. Right. Because I feel that you've gone through a lot specifically in the last few months, or it could even be years, right? That you've gone in cycles where you've been just really overworking and overextending. And so now is the time where you need to really take time out to really reflect on that in terms of how you want your next chapter to go. And it's actually quite fitting because at the time that I'm recording this is the end of 2024, and now we're heading into 2025. So it's like a new year, a new vibe, a new start, a new beginning is the energy that I'm feeling that is going to be grounding for you in the energy in pile number one. So just be patient and just know that some sort of new cycle is coming, but it also feel as well that you're helping to ground the energies for your counterpart too as well. And this is what's going to help to shift the energy so that some sort of new direction can happen, right? A fresh start. This could even be a fresh start for your career, a fresh start for your love relationships, a fresh start for your life overall is the energy that I'm feeling, right? It's kind of like you've been going through the same cycles over and over again. And I feel like the energy we're also tapping into is someone who is tired of the same narrative or tired of the same story. It's like you want more for your life, you want more for your situation specifically. And I feel like you want a new beginning in this pile, and just be patient to know that that new beginning is actually going to ground very soon for you, is the energy that I'm feeling from this. And I feel like this is also going to help you as well with mastering the self, right? So some shadow work might even be required as well in pile number one to help you recognize your blocks or what you might not be seeing, right? But in the darkness, there's always light, right? We see that here with the prism as well too. So just know that despite of all your challenges or obstacles that you've gone through, there's going to be some sort of breakthrough that's coming for you in pile number one. So let's actually pull some so that's the energy from pile number one. So let's move on to the collective in pile number two. So this is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. So let's see what energy comes out for pile number 2. So already intuitively, I'm feeling that there's some sort of self-acceptance that has to occur in pile number 2. I don't know why, but I'm feeling that very strongly. So maybe there's a part where you might not necessarily accept all the parts of yourself. And Spirit is saying that you have to work on your self-love or your self-acceptance. That's really going to help to shift something for you, is what I'm feeling. And there's also something I feel like you're meant to walk away from. So this is an old pattern in pile number 2. Already I'm feeling intuitively that you're meant to also walk away from, that you might not be walking away from, right? Which is causing maybe some challenges for you, right? Confusion or difficulty as well. So let's see the energy of pile number 2, please, Spirit. And usually I feel as well too, like when we're in situations that we know aren't necessarily for our highest good and we continue to stay in them, it usually comes with some sort of conflict or difficulty as a result of that. So when we are not in harmony with ourselves, it creates a lot of upheaval with a lot of things in our life. So it's like, because we don't feel good enough, we might, let's say, go into a relationship that might not be for our highest good. Because let's say we don't feel good enough, we might end up in a job even or a situation that is not for us, but we are there because we feel that this might be the best that we can do in our situation, is the energy that I'm feeling. But I feel that for you, pile number 2, you're meant to recognize that it's not the best you can do. It's more about understanding that change is inevitable. And so maybe this might be a time also for you of change. Maybe you also have a fear of failure, right? So again, that energy of not being good enough, right? Not being able to live up to certain expectations, right? But then when you really think about it, what are expectations? Are they expectations that were set up for you in childhood, or perhaps your programming? Maybe family members or even friends or a parent or guardian may have even decided a lot of things for you, I feel, in pile number 2, that you might not necessarily have agreed with, but because of, let's say, a lot of your past or what they instilled in you is kind of what you chose to do as a result. But I feel that you're meant to overcome that specifically in this lifetime, or it's something that you're going to be working through in terms of transmuting. So we have instinct. So this is again about shadow work. So instinctually, right? So this is like intuition, right? Instinct is based upon your intuition and what you feel, right? So instinctively, I feel that you're meant to set on some sort of new beginning or journey in the energy of pile number 2. I also feel that your counsel might be calling you in the direction of trying something new or taking on some sort of new perspective or a new idea, right? The wolf is usually an animal that typically can go it alone, but they can also work in terms of a pack, right? A group, right? So maybe you're meant to do some parts of this new self-discovery or newfound journey alone, but then you're also meant to do that as well too. It could even be with some sort of relationship or partner, right? Is meant to kind of be alongside you, helping you or assisting you or guiding you in some way as well at this time. Let's see what else comes out. We have perception. And let's get one more, please. See, we have soulmate reverse, and we also have wisdom. I heard the wisdom of the oracle. I don't know why. But I think that was the deck. Yeah, that was the deck. So maybe they want me to read specifically the wisdom card from the wisdom of the oracle. I don't know why, but let's see. All right, so wisdom, let's see. So one day, a sagebush asked his grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder asked, "We must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form, as it will all change with time." So the inspiration for the card is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced in yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. Do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? So the key ideas are wise counsel, focused energy, honoring yourself. Again, that's self-love, right? As we talked about, contribution, being chosen, contentment, transformation, maturity, tranquility, and support. So it seems like, again, as we go back to this instinctual card, right, where we talked about you going it alone or feeling as if you have to take it on by yourself, it feels like you have to kind of use your intuition in order to guide you to best understand your situation. But it feels like, again, there might be some sort of soulmate or person that is in your life specifically that may have come to assist you or help guide you, right? But then maybe you felt as if you weren't ready to receive that person or you didn't want that individual. And so because of that, it could have led to a series of breakdown in the connection, right? So sometimes I actually was doing research on this, which is actually quite interesting. So recently I was actually doing research on soulmate connections and the purpose of how that ties into the twin flame dynamic. And what that research was basically showing me was that sometimes we do have what's called soulmate helpers that come into your life specifically to help you get into union because maybe your person could not specifically be present in that specific moment to assist you or aid you, right? And so I feel for the viewers in this pile, maybe you're meant to manifest. And it's interesting because it was kind of like the energy I picked up on earlier, I think, in the reading that I had done for Empress, right? Where I think in Empress's situation, she was talking about a twin flame, but I felt that spirit was like trying to bring her a soulmate or someone else that was meant to kind of help her segue into something else. So very much giving an energy of having to kind of go with the flow, but also looking at the glass, looking at the situation from a higher perspective, and also acknowledging and recognizing that perception of your situation is everything, right? So instead of having to, let's say, go through life alone, sometimes spirit also brings us people that can guide us or aid us or assist us with being able to manifest some sort of new beginning or transform our life in some specific way. So I feel that your perception in pile number two is really what's going to help guide your energy at this time or assist you with being able to create some sort of new narrative for your person, right? Or I'm hearing, oh, so I said for your person. So definitely it feels like you're grounding the energy for your person, but also for yourself too. So this is like a shared energy that's being grounded at this time. So you could be grounding the energy for a soulmate. So it could be a twin flame, a soulmate, or even both situations. You're meant to ground the energy and create some sort of change here. And with the wisdom, I feel that you're going to experience from this new perspective shift or this new idea that you have is what's really going to help you with transforming your situation or transforming your perspective and also freeing your mind, right, to open to the possibilities that could exist, right? Because sometimes I feel like as well too, when we're on our twin flame journey or soulmate journey, we get really hung up with the idea that I'm just meant to be with one specific person. But sometimes we're meant to have different experiences or different facets of love is also the energy that I'm feeling from this as well too. So it's very interesting in pile number two. I feel like you're grounding a different reality, but a different perspective for both counterparts. So if you know that, let's say you have a twin flame and you have a soulmate, I feel like you're grounding that idea for both. Because maybe it's difficult because maybe you and your counterparts have a hard time of living in the past or not wanting to live more in the present moment, right? So when we're able to live in the present, I feel this will also change our perspective too as well and open our mind to the possibilities that could exist, right? Sometimes when we're too closed off in love or relationships, it's difficult to manifest new beginnings because we're just caught up on one narrative or caught up on one reality or caught up on one timeline, right? But there are multiple timelines that could be running for us concurrently, right? And I'm also hearing too as well that separation is really an illusion, right? So that means that separation does not exist, right? As above, so below. Everything is connected the way that it's meant to be, is also the message I'm hearing for you intuitively. So that is it for pile number two. So I think that's it for me tonight, guys. I'm going to bid you guys a bid you guys a farewell. Um, but I'm probably gonna pop up again, maybe in a week or so. We'll see how I feel, and then do another pop up live type of improv reading again for the collective. So that's the message I have for you guys. Hope it resonates. If you're new and you've stumbled across my channel for the first time, feel free to subscribe, as well as you guys can reach out to me for personal readings. It's angiesawakening1111 at gmail.com. If you'd like to donate as well to my channel, you can do that. The information is down below in the description of this reading as well for my PayPal. And you guys can also follow me on TikTok. It's Angie's Awakening over there too as well. And I will be posting sporadically. So thank you guys for your questions tonight. And I'll be back. Love and Light Collective. Take care, everyone. And if I don't see you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and potentially Happy New Year. But I think I might do this again maybe in a week or so. See how I feel. I'll be back again for the live. So have a wonderful night, guys. And thanks for your questions. Take care.